Look, it looks pretty good. It's coming along. Warhammer. In 1958, the plaza offered to its new residents the finest shopping experience Point Claire has ever seen. Now, 60 years later, the current merchants have challenged me to come back to the mall to prove that the Point Claire Plaza hasn't lost its mojo. Join me as we ask the experts. I've got 2 kids in elementary school now, which means that I've got 1 hour of extra free time per month to do something brand new. And where better to learn a new hobby or to buy a new game than Ted's Hobby Shop in the Point Claire Plaza. What's great about Ted's is that it's filled with tons of unique games and hobbies and just objects and models and collectibles and stuff that you can actually play there and try out as well. Now I know what you're thinking, you can get all this stuff on Amazon, and you're right. But you know what you can't do on Amazon? You can't do this. Hey Pete, I got a question.
Yeah.
Pete directed me to something that was going on outside. It being Saturday, in the front of Ted's, they had a couple tables set up where Thomas was teaching young kids how to play Warhammer.
The game of Warhammer 40,000.
So this is like a tabletop, like...
It's a tabletop war game.
I think this might be it. This might be my new hobby. So I went back in to talk to Pete to see if we can find something that was right for me.
What you're looking at is all the different armies that you can get to play Warhammer. These are all box sets that you can buy to add to your Space Marines, Necrons, there's Tau, there's Eldar, there's Dark Eldar, Warhammer 40K. There are certain races that they will not miss. I know with Tyranids, for example. Tyranids don't play with anybody nice except Tyranids.
So what do I need to actually play the game?
This starter set will get you started. Learn the basics with that, and then when you really want to hone your skills, come on a Thursday night.
People actually play here every Thursday night? Well then that's where I'm gonna be, Thursday night. I'm just gonna nosedive right into the big leagues. I walked in just in time as they were setting up that whole new world. And once it was all set up, I started to get a little nervous, and that's when the players started to trickle in. First there was Steve. Then Luke walked in, followed by Nick, and finally Thomas. All combined, they had about 1,000 years experience. With that experience, they were able to teach me the best strategies and moves to become like a warrior, like a war hero hammer, like a warhammer hero, like a warrior hammer hero. I was going to become an awesome player. I was going to learn to be an awesome player from these guys. So this is called deployment?
Yeah, this is deployment.
So this is the first thing that you do. Just the setup alone. I mean, I thought we were halfway through the game. Well, we were only halfway through setting up.
One important rule is that they can't be too far apart.
So the idea is to have a bunch of these little dudes protect.
Try to get as many advantages as in capturing objectives.
They just put the pieces on, and we're gonna make our first move now. I don't know what that is.
So because some of these guys are out in the open, they're not. But because they spent these 2
I can cast a spell called Catalyst on himself.
So we have 8
So he can cast the spell and we'll see
So they'll have to get a battalion.
if they shoot him, it's a
So we're gonna use
Yikes! But the guys were right there to just reel me back in if I started to float away, you know? They kept me right in there. I see, okay, so you have the option of moving, okay, so, whoa, there's cards.
Yeah, there's cards. Yeah.
What do we need cards for?
I'm gonna put them right down.
as many of them as I can so that eventually I can charge into it.
Anybody can play. Beginner, expert, intermediate, doesn't matter.
So
So I was in the game and I was having a great time and I looked up and I was surrounded. It's like a Warhammer haven for Warhammer warriors.
You know, coming here to play Warhammer is more of an experience. You can come in and use all the scenery. Everything that you see in this video is all here. You can use all the scenery. The tables are always set up. Everything is there for everybody to use anytime the store is open.
Coming here, it makes the experience so much more enjoyable because it's so much more thematic. It makes it feel more real. I get to enjoy the experience with everybody.
I'm gonna give you these 10 guys here.
Holy smokes. Look at these dice, it's like I'm at a raid.
Roll a 6.
There we go.
36.
Command points are just points that let you do certain actions.
If you get someone behind their thing, then this objective is done.
Yeah, and we score 1 point.
And then you score a point. Not only did I find a new game and hobby, But I found a new community. Because at Ted's Hobby Shop, you can go on Saturdays and learn how to play the game and up your skills, and when you feel like you're ready, you can show up on Thursday evenings and play with the big boys and rise up the ladder, and maybe even you could become a warrior hammer hero. Maybe you could be a heroine warhammering hero with Warhammer.
Since we go second, our advantage is that we get to push them off